Right, well, it's part of the show where we talk to John from Basingstoke. Now, John is a regular listener to the show, always likes to give us the benefit of his opinion. Are you there, John?
I am, Mark. Hello, nice to speak to you. Yes, John Ashe here from Basingstoke. John Ashe with an E. I'm here.
Lovely to talk to you, John. Now, you've been a regular caller to the show since I started back in January this year, and you always like to sort of chat to the to the listeners, I should say. What are you going to be talking about today?
Do you know, Mark? I've forgotten what it is. I'm just here making a cup of tea. Let me just pour it. It's rather nice cup of Assam tea. My daughter's here.
All right.
We're having a cup of tea. She's not in this room at the moment, but
right.
I'll be passing her a cup of tea in a minute.
Okay.
Nice Assam, loose leaf, they're like bags.
Right.
You can always taste the bags, I think.
Really? What, even the sort of the triangle ones, the pyramid bags?
Well, I can't taste the difference between the colour, the colours.
Yeah.
Or the shapes. Yeah, but I can always taste that it's bags.
Okay. Don't you get
so
bits?
I always have loose leaf.
Don't you get bits of tea leaf stuck in your teeth?
No, I always use a strainer. Oh, there she is. You want a cup of tea? I'm talking to Mark on the radio.
Say hello to her from Mark.
Oh, hello from Mark. Yeah, she says, oh, thank you.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, Mark. No, I've forgotten what I was going to talk about today. Oh, she's also made some nuts here. We have some nuts.
So you made some nuts?
She's made some nuts. Yeah. Well, no, not made the nuts. You know, those grows on trees, don't they? So
yeah, those.
So
do.
she's sort of given them flavours. I think it's sugar and salt. They're really nice, actually. Let me try one here. Yeah, really good.
Oh, okay. Well, look, John. Let's try and refresh your memory. Then, was it something about Christmas?
No. No,
okay.
Wasn't about Christmas.
Was it something about your stilts?
Nope.
Poker stick?
Nothing about my stilts, nothing about my pogo stick.
Was it something about your experience listening to Valley Park Radio?
Nope. It was that. Actually it was. Yes, that's right. That's what it was.
Oh, right.
There's somebody to do with Valley Park Radio called me John Bishop. I
don't
know who it was.
Now that will be Clive Jens of this parish. Yes, Clive. Clive, I think, did a little sort of trailer for my show. Thank you very much, Clive. And yes, I noticed that. I think he called you John Bishop.
Yeah, well, I want to know why he called me John Bishop, because my name's John Ashe. You know, if somebody's going to do an advert, they ought to get the information right. And I was quite offended, actually.
Well, I suppose
John. When I heard it, actually.
John Bishop, I suppose, is the Liverpudlian comedian, isn't he? So you're in. You've been mistaken for a Liverpudlian comedian.
I can't think of anything worse, because I come from Basingstoke, you see.
Well,
you see, I do actually know a John who is a bishop. Well, that's not me. I'm John Ashe.
Oh, you know another John who's a bishop?
I do, yeah. He's a flying bishop. So they go from different places, from one place to another, different cathedrals. They're called flying bishops. I know him. Well, he says he's a bishop. I don't really know any proof of that.
Does he have a mitre?
Well, he says he has a mitre. I've never seen it. I've never seen anything to do with it. But that's what he says, that he's a flying bishop. So, I mean, I just tend to take people's word, you know? Don't think that people are lying necessarily, but it is a bit suspicious. I've known him for about 20 years. I've not seen any evidence of this.
Huh. Have you been round to his house?
Oh, several times, yeah. You'd think there would be mitres and crooks and sort of ecclesiastical stuff on the wall and things like that, wouldn't you? And graduation, photographs, and nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Well, presumably he talks about it, does he? I suppose he talks about being a bishop, a flying bishop.
Incessantly.
Really?
That's all he talks about, actually. Incredible.
That's funny.
It makes me a little bit suspicious. There's a head of a Buddha in one of the windows.
Right.
It's not exactly consistent, is it? Maybe it is these days. I don't know.
He's not a flying. Well, what's the bishop's equivalent in the Buddhist faith then?
I haven't got a clue.
Wonder if he's one of those.
No, I don't think he's one of those. Very happily married man.
Well, I mean, have you ever seen a photograph of his plane?
Oh no, it's metaphorical. He doesn't actually physically fly anywhere. The idea is to go from one place to another quickly, like getting from one service, doing communion with one bunch of people in one place, and then needing to get across the county line to another cathedral or parish or something, doing there. And so the idea is that you're very fast.
Yeah.
And what's fast? Going through the air, like a bird.
Or on the ground, like a train or something.
Well, I know, but whoever it was who decided to do flying. So when it had been like a train bishop, you'd say, well, it could have been an aircraft, couldn't it? So it could go either way. I mean, I suppose it could be both, but that's a bit cumbersome to say a flying and train bishop.
I suppose if you said he was a train bishop, people might think he was a trained bishop or something. Perhaps he might be in training or something. Do you think there might be a mistake there?
Well, I suppose it's possible. You think they thought all these things through, do you, when they decided to use the term? I must admit, I've not talked about the term with him. I've just sort of joked about it.
Right.
So, that sounds funny. But I haven't asked him, was it called that because, they didn't want to call you a trained bishop just in case people thought you were still in training?
Possibly. I mean, when you said a trained... Now, hang on a minute. When you said a flying bishop, I just immediately thought of the flying doctors in Australia, you see. So I just assumed that they would be sort of flying from Basingstoke to, Bournemouth or whatever in a light aircraft of some description.
Well, maybe it's some sort of colloquial thing. Maybe it's a bit of a joke. Maybe it is actually connoting that sort of idea. Ho, 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 I'm a flying bishop, although he actually uses a car.
Connoting? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, John, it's at least you remembered what you wanted to talk to us about, which is your friend.
That's right. That's what
John.
I want to talk about. That's right.
Okay.
No, I don't want to talk about him. I'm just saying that I do know somebody who claims to be a bishop, and he's called John. Right. So in a way, he's John Bishop, although his name isn't John Bishop.
But that wasn't
not a comedian.
But that wasn't what you wanted to talk to us about.
That's not what I wanted to talk about. No, what I wanted to talk about was your colleague calling me John Bishop when that's not my name.
Well, look,
everybody out there thinks that's my name, and that's not my name. My name's John Ashe. And it's with an E as well.
I'll have a word with.
Can you?
I will. I'll have hello. I'll have a word with Clive, and I will make him aware that it's John Ashe with an E and not.
Can you also make him aware that he's upset me?
I will.
All right.
I will.
It won't happen again, will it?
No, I'll make sure it doesn't happen again, John. I'm sure. I'll. You sound quite upset by this, John. Don't worry. I'll ask him politely to call you your proper name, which is
right. John Bishop. Well, it's just because we were talking about it so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So my name is John Ashe, and it's with an E.
Okay, but it's an easy mistake to make.
You can't hear that, can you? When you say that, you can't say. Well, you can't say the E on the end.
You could.
Well, you could, but then it would be John Ashe, wouldn't it? Which is not how it sounds. That's why I like to specify that that's the case, in case somebody wants to write it down.
Right. Well, look, John. Thank you for remembering what you wanted to talk to us about. Do you have a request for this special Christmas edition of the Mark Campbell Show, where I'm playing Christmas music? Do you have a special Christmas song?
No, I hate Christmas music. You're doing a lot of that today, aren't you?
Yeah, you don't like it. Oh dear.
I don't like it. I have to say, a few times I've been tempted to turn it off.
Oh dear.
But then I thought if I do that, then I might possibly forget to phone in, and then I'd lose the opportunity to talk about the fact that I'm quite upset about the fact that your friend has called me John Bishop when my name is John Ashe.
Right.
So I thought, I better not turn it off. So I've been subjected to quite a lot of Christmas music, and I don't like Christmas music. It's the lowest, really, isn't it? I mean, in artistic terms, it's really the lowest.
But
shops, you hear over and over and over again. Oh, I can't bear it. Those sort of tubular bell sounds and people talking about Christmas and oh dear, it's happy stuff.
Oh dear. Look, look, give us a song anyway, and we'll play it for you.
Yeah, no, it's actually from when I was a young man. A little bit older than that, I suppose. I was in my 20s. Used to dance to it. Mm-hmm. It's called "Do They Know It's Christmas?"
Right, but that's a Christmas song, isn't it, John?
Well, I suppose technically it is, yeah.
I mean, it's got Christmas in the title, and it's singing about Christmas.
Well, as I say, technically it is.
Yeah. Right. Okay. But that's the song you want us to play.
Yeah, well, it has personal significance.
Oh, right, okay.
It's not just any old Christmas song. I mean, the ones that you hear in the shops, they're any old Christmas song. That one has particular personal significance to me, so I don't put it in the same category as any old Christmas song.
Right. Okay. Well, we'll play that for you.
Technically, that's not a Christmas song.
Oh, it's
in
not.
My definition of in my definition of Christmas song, which are rubbish ones, this one has personal significance to me. So that's like a separate box that I put that into.
Right.
So that's not a Christmas song, although it is a Christmas song.
So it's a sort of Venn diagram of rubbish Christmas songs, and this particular one you like sort of meet cross sections to one that we're allowed to play.
That's exactly right. Yeah, sort of in the middle, where those two circles cross each other. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly where it is.
Okay.
So it kind of is and isn't a Christmas song.
Okay. Well, we'll get that
in
on
a good sense, not a bad sense.
Yeah, we'll get that on the virtual turntable. Would you like us to give a shout out for this? Would you like to shout out for the song?
Oh, Molly, please. Yeah,
Molly?
That'd be great.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's good talking to you, John, and I hope Christmas isn't too awful for you, and I hope you don't listen to any Christmas songs over the Christmas period.
No, not a chance.
Right.
No, not a chance.
Okay.
No. And you will put a word in, won't you, to your friend?
I will. I'll ask him to call you by the correct name in future, which is
on air,
in public. What?
Which is John Bishop.
Oh. See, easy to do.
Come on, it is easy to do. Yeah, I'd like to hear it though.
Okay, all right, I'll ask him to on his next show, on his morning show. I'll ask him to give you a shout out. How's that?
Thank you. That's very kind. Thank you. I'll
no
feel
problem.
much better about that.
All right, John. Well, we'll play your technically not a Christmas song, which is Do They Know It's Christmas? Do They Know It's Christmas? Technically not a Christmas song.
It's not a Christmas song.
No. We'll play that for you now, and in the meantime, have a wonderful end of the year, and I'll perhaps speak to you again next year.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mark. Great show. Bye.
Thank you very much, John. Bye.
Darren's Valley's radio station.